Today we're going to talk
Man.
about cold showers. Taking them,
Well, this is a favorite,
how
believe it or not.
beneficial. I take cold showers. So we're going to get into that. Uh, all right. Bit of a janky
Feel the
transition there,
phrase.
but that's okay.
All
So
right, man.
we're going to get into some of these cold showers here. We do have a video that we're going to watch. But before we do that, don't forget to subscribe. This is going to be my 31st video, our 31st. That's an awful number to say 31st. 31 is the better way to say that. This is a 30. You can't say it like that. Anyway, so
We're
yeah.
31 deep, right?
Just if you like the show, thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell. If you hit the bell, you actually
Click
get
it.
notified. And maybe I can get one more subscriber. Anyway, let's talk about showers. I like how I'm always in a
Let's
good
do
mood.
it. Yeah.
All right, so
And every this whole week of
No.
cold showers in the morning. After all, not only will they wake you right up, but you're also promised
Oh,
a
yeah.
myriad of health benefits. And everybody loves a good, healthy life hack. But whether these claims are actually true is still kind of a gray area. Also, I have to say, as someone who grew up in Florida and now lives in Montana, a cold shower is different depending on where you live. So before you jump into that
That's true.
agonizingly cold shower, let's take a look at some research. One of the biggest problems with studying cold showers is that, well, people really haven't. Instead, most health claims are implied from studies of cryotherapy, using cold water or air to treat a condition, or from things like people who repeatedly go swimming in cold water. But cryotherapy is really carefully controlled, and those swimmers often stay in the water for over an hour, so it's hard to apply.
So he's a bit chatty. That's very informative. So
Interesting.
I take cold showers every day, and I'm
Okay.
starting to get to the point where I enter the shower and the water is cold. That took me a while to get there. Usually
Oh, I got you.
in the
Yeah.
beginning it was like warm, and I still do that, man. You hit your bones. It feels great. Like a hot shower is great. I still do that. But like lately I've been going in there cold, and then I have the shower head. I have a thing where you could take the shower head off, and then you start this
Right.
way, which I highly recommend in the beginning, is to start with like body parts. If you have that kind of shower, it's the best. But lately I keep it up top, and I just like get under it, and I get hit with
go right
all
in.
that cold. And I have to tell you, the coldest part for me is the back of my neck. And I have a bald head too, which feels incredible when you have cold water on your bald head. But like
yeah.
this part is the toughest, I would say. And then like your lower back is rough too. Have you taken cold showers?
I have. This reminds me of a book I read, and this is when I really started. And I forget the author, but it was a small booklet. So if anyone's interested, I believe it's called The Flinch or Feel the Flinch.
Okay.
And his idea is you face that flinch. So right before you get into that cold shower,
Yeah.
you're gonna mentally, like, your ego's gonna resist it because like, oh
Sure.
god, this is gonna be
It's
a
rough.
disaster. But it's amazing how you feel once you get past it. And I've done it. Now I haven't done it every day as you have, but for a while there I was getting into it about every day or every other day. And it is amazing. Like, you do feel so alive.
Yes. Yes.
You feel like you've accomplished something. And like you, I went right into the cold water. So
Yeah. Okay.
it would
Good.
start the shower cold and just
I-
face the flinch.
I'd like to
quote
give
that
you credit, because many people who have heard about this have never tried it. So I'm glad I'm talking to another
Right.
person who has actually done it, because a lot of
Yes.
people, the only time they get cold is if they run out of like hot water, and then they're like, it's cold. That's not cold. I looked at it. I think it's 60 degrees that I do. It's around 59, 60. It's pretty cold.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
and there's
that's
a
cold.
there's a
That's
spot
cold, yeah.
over by my my house that has the tubs, and I want to go try that, but I'm waiting. I'm not quite ready. I'm not quite good enough yet to take the actual tub where you sit in it.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah, I never did that. Thank you for the credit. My first cold shower, however, was involuntary. It was in Russia.
Oh, that's the best place to ever have your first cold
Oh,
shower,
yeah.
bro, is in
It was,
Russia. That's incredible.
The heat is centrally controlled. It was in St. Petersburg. The heat is centrally controlled. So for a period of about a day or two, when the city is turning on the main heat system,
Oh
however it works,
wow.
there was no hot water. So I said, well, I'm going to take a shower. I'll tell you, it was the fastest shower I ever took in my life. It was so cold.
So wait. Let me just wrap my head around this, because this could be a whole episode. I don't know. We'll just talk about it now. Your first cold shower was in St. Petersburg, Russia.
Well, during October, I believe it was September, October. So it was cold outside.
Whoa.
It was basically
Wow.
autumn going into winter. You can imagine it's getting very dark very early, given the high latitude, right, and the globe. Crazy. And
That's epic, man. Like that
was brutal.
that is brutal. Like, here I am thinking
really
I'm
was.
like hardcore. I'm like, yeah, I take cold showers, dude.
Yeah, right.
My house, I live in a development. It's just like it's just normal. You said they turned the heat on or something.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
when the city turns the heat on, however it works, it's almost as if the city has to do it centrally somehow, and at least back in the late 1990s, right? So, it was like about a day, maybe even 2 days, where you just wouldn't have necessarily hot water like that. Now, after those 2 days, everything was fine. It was
Yeah,
like, as
okay.
if the heat was pumping, but
Yeah,
before that, yeah, you were
No kidding. I guess if you grew up
you in
there,
the ice, baby.
you get used to it, and then Russians have to deal with it, and that's probably why they're tough. They're like, it's just a
they're
cold
very
shower. It's
tough. Yeah.
2 days a month. It's no problem. You get like these Americans. They're like, oh, it's not hot.
yeah.
It's not burning.
You know the stereotype, that Russian joke, like we Westerners, we capitalists, they decadent, weak, right? Like, it's not, but some of that comes from, I think, some of the experiences many Russians had
Man.
growing up in a very tough environment in more
Real-
ways than one, and they just learn to make do.
Listen, in America, a lot of times it's always pushed in the news that like Russia is an evil place. I have a lot of respect for Russia and
me
their
too.
history and their
Of course.
country and their people,
Yeah.
and I will never
Very
believe
interesting
that they
culture.
are just horrible people. They are not. Russia is amazing.
No,
It's an amazing country. It's incredible history. Incredible.
It's a very deep culture. I think a lot of the cultures form from the experiences, the collective experiences of the people. It's just amazing how the literature is great,
Oh,
the art's
yeah.
great, the architecture. I could go on.
Man, anything a Russian
yeah,
puts their mind towards, they're so good at it. Wrestling, music. Dude, I play classical piano. Not great. You might think
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
good, but somebody who really plays classical, be like, he can't even sight read.
I do, to be
Dude,
fair, but-
Rachmaninoff is the most crushing. If you ever look at the notation, I'm not playing Rachmaninoff. I'm just not doing it. It's just
I never
chord
tried.
after
It's-
chord after inversion. I mean, there is no there's melodies, but there's no one notes or fifth notes or perfect fifths. It's just crushing chord after chord
It's
after
something.
inversions in the timing and the cadence and the speed. Forget it. Speed
Oh, the
and
speed.
complex chords. No, thank you. Russians. That's who do that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Anyway, I didn't mean to go off, but dude, Rachmaninoff, I cannot play
There you
him.
go.
I won't play him. He's too good.
Yeah, I don't blame you, but you will take cold showers, and that's a big deal.
Yes, but not in Russia though. I didn't expect you to say that. I'm really impressed
Right.
by that.
One of those crazy things. But
impressed.
I didn't take a cold shower since until I started. I read the flinch and I started the Wim Hof
Oh yeah.
breathing techniques.
That's
Yeah,
the
and
book I
thought,
have too, and I loved reading it. And I've been working on the show so much. I've been reading. I really enjoyed reading that book. You know.
Oh, nice.
That's kind of what got me more into it as well. So now I got a short up here. I got rid of the chatty other guy. It was informative.
Oh yeah.
So let's just check this out. Oh, hold on.
Happens if you take a cold shower every day.
Taking a cold shower can have so many benefits that even go beyond just waking you up in the morning. It's known to promote metabolism, have an antidepressant effect, and even boost skin health and appearance.
It's a content creator here.
This
Yeah,
is all
right.
because cold water has the ability to relieve itchiness, decrease inflammation, and even tighten pores.
2 minutes of cold shower can raise dopamine levels. I get in the shower cold, and then I'm usually wearing waterproof chronograph or maybe a G-Shock, and I just time it for 2 minutes, and I wash my whole body 4 times. But it also gives me something else to think about while I'm being showered.
Yeah, you got to have something to think about.
Yeah. I find that
So-
helps too.
You were talking about what? The flinch, right? You know what I work on is the
Mm-hmm.
the gasp. because it'll hit you, man. Like you
Oh,
got to
it
go
does,
through
right?
it. You're just like
You have to, yeah.
It actually, I start to like scrunch over because I can't stand straight. It just really starts to get me, and then I'm like, stand straight and don't
Too, man.
don't flinch, and then I just deal with it. And when it hits this part of my head, the front, my head kind of goes numb. I'm like, get out of that. So you got to move it
Have
around.
you noticed every new part? It makes you very aware too of your body.
Yeah.
Every new part of the body that experiences
touches
that cold
it.
water for the first time.
Yeah.
It's a new like. Well, everything you described, it's like everything tenses up. You bend over. You're like, you gasp.
You do. I actually
just
close my eyes and I put my hand on the one side of the shower and then I hold the rail. I do because then I know I'm
Me too.
secure and I close
Yep.
my eyes and then I just endure. I just endure it and I move my body. Oh man.
I do the same thing. I hold on to like the wall. It's almost like that one security thing, like when I'm going in and facing the the deadly cold.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
It's really something.
it's
I
so-
do the exact same thing.
I'll tell you what, and here's what I like about it. When you first get out, don't towel off your whole body. Just let that cold water, because when you exit the bathroom, it's a different temperature. Boy, that feels so good. You're just like,
Doesn't it?
oh, it feels so good.
It's weird because it's not. You get out of a hot shower, it feels so cold, and you get that. That shivering feeling, and you towel off real quickly, hoping, please make it stop.
Yeah.
When I get out of the cold shower and I get into it's like a relief. Oh, it's
wonderful.
like it is. It's a different feeling, like you said. It's
that's when
amazing.
I go into my bedroom and I watch videos on YouTube and I'll watch some of our videos and I'll just let them play. And
Okay.
bro, I'm telling you, I feel so alert and so awake. And,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, big time.
I take these 2-pound dumbbells and I just lift them. Then I lift these 5-pound dumbbells and I lift this 10-pound long bar.
Nice. You jump right into it.
And
I
then,
like it.
but it's light.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt you. And then
Yeah.
recently, that's when I go into gratitude and pray. And like, dude, it's like the most like well-intentioned, good feeling I get the whole day, man. I just wish well for everybody and bless everybody and want, and trying to
That is
improve.
nice.
And I'm
Nice.
like, I can't believe I lived this long in my life with not having this in my life. Because it's like the most powerful 20, 15 minutes I have the whole entire day. And when I take the hot showers, I've been a hot shower guy my whole life, dude. You get lazy, lethargic. I lay in my bed and I scroll on my phone. That's what happens if I take a hot shower.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's
yeah, it's
such
all these
a
link,
difference.
this mental link that you've made, maybe even subconsciously. Yeah, I'm with you because sometimes I do the hot shower at night, like like they do in Japan. That helps me kind of wind down.
Yeah.
But if I choose to do the cold, in the morning,
Ooh.
yeah,
That's
man.
a good call. Maybe cold in the morning and then the hot at night. That's
Yeah,
clever,
yeah.
right? That's a good
I
idea.
wonder if that'll work too.
Yeah,
Depending on, everyone's a little different on that,
Because
right?
hot showers are really great. They feel and on your muscles. They feel so good. But the cold
they do.
shower is doing something different. It's working on something different, and it's
yeah.
good to separate the two.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's something else.
Yeah. So yeah, that's cold showers. I'm glad I've adapted them into my life, and they did bring me a lot of a challenge and peace. I also am a good key breather. I breathe pretty deeply, and that's also the time I take to take those.
Oh yeah, that helps too.
Those
I
deep
find
breaths.
I concentrate on breathing. It's actually kind of a meditative. Like I'm in that moment. It sort of kind of shocks yourself into the moment.
It's not. It's
The
not.
cold, but
In these videos, I always, I guess I like incorporating like stories about my son because he's just so magical to me in the morning. He's just one.
Yeah.
And I had him, and he observes me, and he did the coolest thing I ever. So when I'm around him, I take deep breaths. I go, because I have to I'm with him for some time. I want to take a moment. I want to catch my breath. It's like it's a peaceful time for me sometimes. If he's
nice.
not wilding out too much, and he looked
Right.
at me, and he took a deep breath, and he went,
oh, that's neat.
Did
It's
it.
like that's
and I
really
went,
neat.
whoa. And then I did it, and then he did it, and we did it back and forth about
Oh, that's
3
cool.
times.
Really?
And I was like,
That's
whoa.
really cool.
I said, he saw me take my breath, and he took a moment, and he took a breath.
And he took his.
It was so
I
cool.
think that's great.
It was
If he's
so
learning
cool.
from you
Ah.
like that. I
And he
think
looked
that's
at me when he did it,
fantastic.
too, and he just went, like a good
Yeah.
one, like a good exhale. And we did it 3 times, and I was like, oh
That's
man.
really
I said,
nice,
can we
man.
take deep
That-
breaths together? Because that's great. But
That
anyway, I
is-
just thought I'd
that
share
really
that.
is.
That was like a super like cool magical moment I had with my son. It was
Very
so
cool, man.
When he has these beautiful blue eyes, and like I don't know, he brings me peace. I mean, he's
Nice.
he's a handful, but those moments, man, they are the greatest moments. Especially when
Moments
they're
life are
little.
made
When
of,
they're
right?
little, that's where the super magic's at. You know. You
Yeah.
grow to love them, and then they become teenagers with their personalities. It's probably they're annoying, but man, when they're little guys, it's just that's great.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I just thought I'd share that 'cause that was pretty cool when he did that.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
And it was not too long after I took the cold shower, so segue. So anyway,
There you go.
so
Cold showers, everyone.
that was a cool episode. Like always, I always like talking about interesting things.
Me too, man.
There,
Great.
everything is interesting if you take the time to actually talk about it.
It's true.
you
Life
know?
is full of wonder, man. Just take the moments, enjoy
Full
them,
of
explore.
wonder.
Yeah.
And with that, I think I might have dropped one of these before, but I'm gonna drop it again. If you ever want to get a good, invigorating shot of fun and knowledge and curiosity, like my show, hit the bell, subscribe. We have fun. You can have fun too. And again, comrade, thank you for doing the cold shower with me. I always
Thank you,
appreciate
my
your
man.
input. And with that, we are out.